Hey everyone, and welcome to our live. I can't believe that it is the beginning of September. If you guys are in shock like I am, put it in the comments. This year has just flown by, and we are live. It's been a couple weeks since we've done a live, so I thank you for joining us. I can see that we have some people who are here, and there's a few. So anyways, welcome. I hear little beeps. Can you hear, Jen? Okay, Jennifer Deere is here, just so you know, and Beth Deere is here as well.
So that all rhymes.
Yeah. Okay. So hey, Beth,
Hey,
how are you?
Hello.
Awesome. So Jennifer's here, but she's not on camera. But if you want to imagine what Jennifer looks like, just look at my daughter and then add 2 or 3 years. Right, Jen?
I wish.
Okay, so this is my daughter, Beth, guys. She did pop in on the last one, but I thought I'd bring her in as a special guest because she has been busy with our new contest that we've been running in our Facebook group, and we are going to draw the winner live for that. So that's going to be happening. And Beth has also participated in what I'm going to be showing you, which is our newest design pack release. And how did you participate, Beth? You ran a couple of samples, maybe?
Like all of them.
All of them. Okay. So
Yeah.
Beth has been super busy running samples, and I also wanted to bring her in because she is fulfilling a very important role here within the embroidery legacy. And Beth, do you want to just fill them in as to what you are currently doing, what your goals are, and what your plans are for the future? So you're not on the spot or anything, but go.
So just a couple questions then. So I've been taking sewing lessons. So we're going to start to create some projects that involve more sewing, as well as our designs, and just make it more fun.
Yeah. And that is perfect because at events for years, I was always telling people that I'm a half decent digitizer. I kind of know what I'm doing. But as far as the actual, I guess, act of sewing and quilting, I know pretty much nothing. So I'm really excited because we're going to have a sewer in the family. And the goal is, Beth, that we're going to work on some, I guess, more in the hoop projects because that's what people have been asking for a long time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So awesome. So, and what else are you doing actively within our organization? Because this is the important part.
Is this a trick question?
Yeah, well, just the whole Facebook thing, trying to get engagement, trying to do things. I guess our goal is within our groups to make them better and better, and it's not always easy to do. So, yeah, go from there, Beth.
So we want more interaction. So it's why we started the contest. We're happy to answer any questions. We just want it to be a fun place for all of your embroidery needs.
Yeah, and it is kind of a little tough sometimes because obviously there are, I guess, quite a few people who join groups like ours because it is a learning group, but it's also part of our business. But they join specifically because they want to sell digitizing services or other things, and it makes it pretty hard to try to filter out. So we're trying to, I guess, learn as we go along and try to keep it educational, but also have it so it doesn't become a place where you're bombarded with a whole bunch of, I guess, spam, so to speak, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And I see Beth's frozen a little bit. So anyways, so that's kind of our goal. And just so you guys know, Beth's not new to Embroidery Legacy. I think you started doing events with me because I spent most of my earlier career traveling. But when do you remember doing your first events with me, Beth?
Well, actually started before the events. I started doing stuff when I was in grade 6.
Mm-hmm.
Working the summers in the office, would do that. And then I think it was, yeah, yeah, I think I was with you most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the events were in 2010, I think.
So that means you're getting really, really old. Well, you are a mom now. Yeah, you're a mom with 3 kids, which is awesome because that means you're extremely busy. And I do remember actually when we kind of hired you, and we had somebody in our office who were looking for somebody to do data entry, and we were training people, and we gave them a little test. And the person who was, I guess, in charge of that, her name was Lori. She said, "Well, why don't you try Beth?" And we had Beth sit down, and she actually did better than most of the people that we were trying to interview. Remember that, Jen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyways, not to brag on my daughter, but you're just awesome, Beth. So
Oh, thanks.
yeah.
That's nice of you.
Yeah. Oh, you're
Bethany
welcome.
takes after her mom.
And she takes
Yeah.
after her mom, she says. So yes, that's fun. But I could tell a whole bunch of stories about Beth and events. Should I start getting into those?
No, let's
Remember,
not.
remember Halloween? What was that? 2014. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, I had a great costume.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, we will get into that when it gets closer to Halloween. So that's that story. Now we are gonna, I guess, show you guys our Birds of Paradise collection, and I do want to point out because we're going to be showing a lot of different birds, and I am not, I guess. What do they call bird watchers? There's actually a word for them. I did look it up. It's like ornithologist or something like that. If you're actually a bird watcher, it has a specific name. And I don't know the names of specific birds. So you'll have to give me a little bit of leeway. Beth, if you know all the names of the different types of birds,
I know
I'll
none of
be
them.
okay. I'll be super impressed. But I am going to tell you guys a little bird story. And I didn't get approval from Jennifer on this. So and here's where this was actually before I matured. So this was about 2 years ago, Jen.
Wait, so you've matured already?
Yeah. Okay, something like that. Thanks. You see,
Okay.
Jen doesn't even have to pipe up. Beth's doing it for us. But we actually took a riverboat tour with a bunch of people. And I think it was one of our digitizing retreats that we did in Costa Rica. So we plan all these excursions and we plan this riverboat tour where you look at the crocodiles and all the different birds and wildlife. And part of the people coming onto the boat with us, because it just wasn't our group, was this guy who was a serious, I guess, an ornithologist. He was a serious bird watcher, and I could tell that he was super serious about what he was doing because he had a camera with the biggest lens I've ever seen in my life. Okay, it was gigantic. And I kind of ruined the whole tone because the first thing I said to him after I saw him, I looked at him and I said, you must be compensating for something. And he did not think that was funny at all. And I hope I didn't offend any of you, but he just right there, that would set the tone for the entire trip. But every time we were going down the river, we would see some bird and he would be like, there's a blue crested, Philiothopist, and he'd give the whole technical term for it. And I'd look at him and I'd say, it's a bird. And then he'd say, oh, there's a yellow-bellied, bumblebird. And he just kept going on and on. And finally, after about half an hour, he said he got so excited because he saw this really rare bird that you're only supposed to see at night. And he named it out all excited. And then he looked at me straight in the eye and he says, I know, it's just a bird. So anyways, that was my bird experience. So I am not a professional bird watcher. If you guys who are watching know what type of birds these are, please type them into the comments, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. But I do love birds. I love, floral and fauna and all that good stuff. And when we did these, they actually are pretty breathtaking. They are done so
They're
that it's
very
almost,
nice.
yeah. I mean, and they're soft, aren't they, Beth? I mean,
They
they're
are.
not stitch intensive. They run really well on the machine. Beth knows
Yeah.
because she ran them.
Yeah.
And they are done kind of like watercolor. So it's loose fills that are blending together. And anytime you're doing designs or digitizing, and those of you who do digitize will agree with me on this, to get a lot of detail into designs, you do need to use more thread and different colors of thread. But the trick is to lessen the density as you're building up the detail. And that's probably the tricky part of these, is trying to get them as detailed as possible, but not have them lose the actual the detail and not have them be stitch intensive or bulletproof when they're done. So I'm going to flip through some of these and just show you what we did. And I should know what this bird is because it's the one.
I think it's a cockatoo, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's actually, for those of you who are in my age group, this is the Beretta bird. Okay, Beth, do you know who Beretta is? No. Okay,
Sounds
so
like
that
a
was
drink.
Okay. Okay. For those of you who are on YouTube, or do you know who Beretta is, Jennifer?
I've heard of it.
You've heard it? Okay. Anyways, for those of you who share it, it was actually a 70s detective show, and he had one of these cockatoos on his shoulder all the time. So that's where this comes out. It's a Beretta bird as far as I'm concerned. But anyways, this is a bird. And we did this one in two different ways, and it is the flora and fauna. Like it is the bird that is within, I guess, the floral that is native to its species. So that one's kind of cool. And then we did a bunch of other tropical birds that are with different florals. And I do like, Beth, how you chose different variances of colors, because some of those colors look a little muted and some of them
Yeah.
are pretty bright. And I'm guessing you did that on purpose.
I did.
Yeah. Okay, good.
And they they look
and
good.
I also know that you embroidered these on different backgrounds as well, because we did do these primarily on canvases, but you did it on different weights of canvas. And because we wanted to test the design to see how much pulling and pushing and all that good stuff. Those are budgies. I'm pretty sure that those are budgies. But if anybody knows what that red bird is, please type it in the comments so that maybe we can find out as well. And then we have more. I know that's a hummingbird. Jennifer, if you know what any of these are, then you can. Jennifer had a pet hummingbird for a little while, didn't you, Jen?
I tried to save it.
Yeah, she tried to save it. Our 120-pound Doberman came with a hummingbird in its mouth to my wife because he found it and it was sick. So they both tried to save the hummingbird. Unfortunately, it did not necessarily take. But anyways, so here is a couple of more, and that one obviously is a cockatoo. Would that be correct, Jennifer?
You mean a toucan?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's it. No, you're probably right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the toucan. I don't know what that one is. Maybe it is a cockatoo. I'm not sure. But anyways, again, please help me out. Okay, there's somebody saying it's a bee eater. So Jean is saying it's a bee eater. I see cockatoo up there. So we're getting some of the names right. And this one is, actually, we see those outside, John.
A budgie?
No, what are those, parakeets?
Yeah, I think they're parakeets.
Yeah, I think those are parakeets. Okay. So it's kind of cool because we see a lot of these birds when we're in Costa Rica. We see a lot of these birds are native to this area. Now, one thing I did do besides the birds with the flora, with all of the floral patterns, is with this pack. And originally I thought these floral patterns are so nice, I wanted to actually do them as a separate collection, but they go, I guess, together so well with the birds that I did not separate them. And I know floral is really big this year, right, Jen? You've been mentioning over and over again that you're seeing floral patterns everywhere on.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So on lots of different stuff. Oh, okay. Actually, turn around and without hitting the camera. Actually, hold on. Here's what I have to do. Oh, you have a headphone on?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just hide this from the stream. Okay. Actually, that looks great.
You see it?
When did you do that?
I did that today.
Okay, so there you go. Just for this event, you did one. Is there anything on the front?
The hummingbird.
Oh, cool. Okay, so hummingbird on the front, and you have the floral pattern on the back.
I've got a floral on the back. Yeah.
Awesome.
Some people are saying those are lovebirds.
Lovebirds?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Those two.
Okay, yeah, that would make sense as well. So the lovebirds are there. And then there is lots more floral designs as well. And let me just go through. So we have different types of floral. Again, I am not what's the term for people who study floral botanists? I have no idea. That could be totally wrong, but
John's making up all these bird names tonight.
Yeah, I am making up
words.
He doesn't
know what he's talking about.
I have no idea what I'm talking about. But for those of you who don't have any idea, like I don't, I actually sound like I know what I'm talking about until Jennifer went and ruined it for me, and Beth went and ruined her. Now, okay, do you guys see what I have to put up with? And when these girls are together, I am seriously outnumbered. So, anyways, those are flowers with green things, which I think are called leaves. And there's pretty white flowers, and there's pink flowers. There we go. Okay, so these are apparently different types of flowers as well. But they will make great accent pieces. So the whole idea that I had kind of behind this, and I think we should sew a really nice sample, Beth, because I know you're just loving to do these. We should do a big framed piece that has lots of different birds and lots of different floral pieces in it. And I know that a lot of the machines, especially the newer machines on the market in the home industry, they are getting bigger and bigger frames. And I know Brother just released a bunch of new machines that are geared for doing multi-hooping. So that means that you can embroider as big as you want, as bold as you want. And I could see this as being just an incredible work of art. And there's all
you can make a nice quilt with this too.
Actually, that would be a great idea. Hey, are you
Maybe that'll be my next project.
Exactly. You're learning how to quilt too, right, Beth?
I am.
Okay. So, and we are going to start, because I know, sewing and quilting. And I know that a lot of quilting with embroidery, I guess flipping the fabric, and I know how to do all that. So as Beth gets more and more into it, she's going to be telling me what to do, and I will do it. It's kind of like the same relationship I have with your mother, Beth. You'll just sort of tell me, what's that? Yeah, but I'm talking about the part where she tells me what to do, and I pretty much do what she says. So you have that same thing going on.
Perfect.
So more flowers and floral designs. And those, I have no idea. I was going to say those are oranges, but they look more like little berry seeds or something.
No,
but
I think they are oranges.
No, I don't think so. But I could, what? Sure? I will treat this relationship like I do with your mother as well. Yeah, I think you're right. Right, Jen?
Good. Yes. I think I'm right too.
Okay. I'm going to be in so much trouble, guys.
Christine says that bird watchers are called birders.
Birders? Okay. So they are called birders. Okay. I did look on Google. I am Google intelligent, so I did look on Google.
So you Googled it and you still don't know.
Well, I Googled it, and it's an ornithologist. That's what they said.
Okay.
It's an ornithologist is the technical word for a bird watcher, because I didn't want to sound, like I didn't know what I was talking about when I don't know what I'm talking about. Now, these are the individual birds. So there is a whole series of birds, and I tried to group them together, the ones that are in the same species, I guess. And that's a cockatoo. We know that one. That's the Beretta bird. And that is, what do you call those birds, Jen? Those are the parrots, but they have a certain name. Do you know which ones they are? No? Okay.
The actual name? No.
Yeah, the actual name. Okay, but they're beautiful. And then there's this one here. What's that one called, Beth?
No idea. One with the weird hair. Oh, I don't know.
Actually, there is somebody here who is actually, the problem is somebody here really does know their macaws, okay? But somebody else did list a bird, and I can't even pronounce.
Macaw, yes.
Yeah, okay, I can't even pronounce some of these names. So that's going to make, so I'm not even going to try. But somebody actually said some of the flowers were, can you pronounce that, Jen?
I can't see it.
Persimmons? Persimmons, okay. Anyways, they're all popping in. So we have an incredible amount of very smart viewers and customers. These are budgies. I can get that one because I had those when I was a kid. I think every kid had a budgie growing up. And what are these, Beth? You knew which this one was.
A toucan.
Toucans, okay.
Yeah.
So anyways, lots and lots of birds, guys. And birds of a feather flock together, but they were fun to digitize. And there's the lovebirds at the very end. And if you did receive our newsletter, you know that whenever we release a premium collection, the designs are always on sale. And when we do one of these, they are generally always discounted. And right now, that entire collection, do you know how many designs there are in total, Beth? I think
there was 44.
44.
Okay, so there's 44 designs, but keep in mind that I did break those down into 2 sizes. So there is small and large in each. So there's actually 88 different designs, 44 individual designs, but 88 designs when they're broken into the 2 sizes. And that is a really cool pillow that actually Beth did. And did you bring that with you, Beth?
I did.
Awesome. So that is $34.95, and Jesse might be putting up the link for that. Let me close this for 1 sec just so we can see it.
That looks nicer in video than the photo.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, it looks great. Yeah, it looks awesome. And look at that sewing. Did you actually sew that all yourself too?
I made the whole pillow.
Awesome. Okay, is that going to be a tutorial?
No, I actually screwed up the pillow. So then I had to fix this.
Beth, hold on. I have to. Beth,
I know. I'm not supposed to admit.
No. I'm going to tell you. Can you please watch your language? I'm still your father. You said the S word.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. No, it's not. It's bringing back memories. Sorry. So you messed up the pillow?
Yeah. So I did a big oops, and I should have embroidered it first, but I ended up making the pillow first. And then when I put it in the hoop, it ended up catching at the back. Okay. So I ended up embroidering half the back. So then I had to fix that. And then I couldn't fix this front. So I just embroidered a whole new piece of fabric. And then I added this
How many people have got anything stuck in their hoop?
If anybody, just so we make Beth feel like part of the embroidery family, because and the sewing family, she's in that obvious learning curve stage that we all go through. I mean, I've been digitizing, for 37 years now, but I started at the beginning, and I can tell you I made more mistakes than I can even count. So if you
Yeah,
want to
so
show
let me know
Beth some
you've
love.
messed up too.
Okay. But the
Some
good
big
thing
oops.
about making the good thing about making mistakes is you learn not to do it again.
Yes.
And the best thing is you got creative
Yeah.
because you fixed
I
it.
tried to fix it. Yeah. And it
Yeah.
turned out
So
better than how it would have been before. So
and yeah, so I mean that's where we're I mean, just like being human, we're all works in progress, but learning these techniques are kind of the same thing. So that's
Question.
yep, question, Jeff.
People are asking if those designs are in the EMB format.
Yes, they are. All of these designs are in the native EMB format. I do save down to the commercial version of E3 just so that because we have customers who have older versions of Hatch, and Hatch now has just recently had an update. And we have people who have software, Wilcom software, that is older versions. So I always release it down a couple versions so that people can still reformat. Because actually, and I know this is kind of technical, but just for you guys who do have Hatch, we've had questions in our groups where they say, I got an EMB file, but it's not recognizing it as a grade A file, which grade A means that Hatch software sees it as a EMB format. And I have to tell people, well, it is still a native EMB file. It's just because it's saved in an older version of the software that it's not recognizing it as the newest and greatest thing out there. So yes, they are all EMB format and the 11 other formats that we have for the commercial and home, home machines as well. So you can go in and resize them a bit and edit them, and they're object based. And if you have the Hatch software, also just a little note, and Beth is also learning Hatch right now, aren't you, Beth?
I am.
Yeah. So she's and
yeah.
Yeah,
A new
there's going to
beginner.
a new beginner. And you're watching some videos done by this guy, right? Is he
Yeah, you
helpful at
probably don't
all?
know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And actually, that's the first thing I told Beth to do, to be honest, is when she wanted to learn Hatch and some of the digitizing stuff. She is going to work with me side by side. There's no two ways about that. But before she got to that point, I wanted her to do all of my education online because that will get her past the learning curve and done at her own pace. And it's not easy working with your father either, right? So it's better because you
Right.
can mute me.
How far along are you, Bethany?
Still
I
at
don't
beginning?
know.
Okay.
I think there's a lot for me to learn.
Yeah, there is. There's a big learning curve. I lost my train of thought there, but the good news for you guys who have Hatch, and if you have these designs, is Beth, if you wanted to sew the toucan on a silk shirt, you could take that native EMB file, bring it into Hatch, and change the fabric assist to silk, and it will change all of the densities and underlay. So it will reduce stitches and elongate stitches and make it so it'll sew better on a lighter medium of fabric. So that's the big advantage of us supplying the EMB files for all of our customers who do have Hatch, because we know there's about 12,000 of you in our Facebook group alone. So we know there's a lot of Hatch users out there. And I guess it's 87% off, guys. And if you are a member of our club, then these are available for you to download with your points. You do not have to spend the $34.95. You can get it with your points. What was that you just showed there, Beth?
Somebody was asking, how does it work with the membership for the club?
Actually, the memberships are super, super easy. We have 3 different levels, kind of like a beginner level where I think you get, is it 20 points, Beth, per month?
No, the 20 points a month is the enthusiast, is the middle one.
Is it? Okay, and what's...
Yeah.
Yeah, so 5 points for the beginner, 20 points for basically the way it works is one design, a regular design, is 1 point. So instead of paying $2.95 for a design, depending on your membership, whether you're an enthusiast or an addict, because we actually call it the embroidery addict, is the one where you get a ton of points every single month, you can end up paying like 25 cents for an embroidery design that would normally cost you $2.95. And some of our In the Hoop projects and other, bigger designs might be 5 points. It might not be just 1 point, but it still works out to a design that is incredible and is only costing you $1.25 or something like that. So our membership is the
It's a great deal.
it's the best way to get quality embroidery designs. I'm realistic. I know for 100% sure you're not going to only use John Deere's embroidery designs for the rest of your embroidery life. That is not going to happen. I get that. But we do have 30,000 really nice designs that will embroider on your machines. And if you can get those for 25 cents a piece, then that's a pretty good deal. And if you don't use them right away, that's all right, because once you download them, they become yours in your database and you can use them now or 10 years from now. So anyways, it's and I think Jesse did put up the links about our memberships. So those are available for download within the memberships, or you can get it like that as well. And I'll probably explain a little bit more about our memberships, I guess, at another live, or maybe I'll do a little video on it or something like that. But we have some really, really important stuff, because I know that one of the most important things is who loves free stuff. So if you love free stuff, this is when you type in that magical word free, whether you're on YouTube, on Facebook, type in that word free. And one of the people who's assisting, I don't know if it's going to be Jesse, Beth, I guess you're busy. James is off on, James is off on holiday. So Jesse's behind the scenes. This is all on you, I guess. We're going to choose one winner from YouTube and one winner on Facebook, and you will get the Birds of Paradise collection absolutely free. Once we choose your name, we will announce your name, and we will also have your name, I guess, sort of on file. Jennifer will write it down, and all you have to do is send us an email at contact@embroiderylegacy.com saying that I am the lucky winner. We'll verify that it's you, and we will send you those 44 or 88 designs absolutely free. Okay,
so see a couple more?
Oh, sure. Actually, let me close the free, because you want to show. After you ran 44 samples, I think I should give you.
Yeah, I'm showing you some.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So yeah, you're gonna see them whether you like it or not, guys. It was a bit of a labor.
I think these are oranges.
Okay, we can call them oranges. Can you do me one favor, Beth?
What? You want me to scrumple it up?
Yeah, scrumple it up right where the embroidery is, and you've frozen on me there. Yeah, do it just where the embroidery is, because I want to see how soft it is. Is it soft for the most part? I mean, keep in mind that's
very
canvas.
Soft.
Okay, so
excited.
So you can let go of it now. You're frozen, actually. Okay, there we go. But it's a little wrinkly. You're gonna have to iron that now, Beth.
That's just the fabric.
Okay. So, anyways, that one. What other samples do you have? Did you bring any other floral? Did you bring some birds?
I brought these guys.
Those are the lovebirds, maybe. Awesome.
They got a little shimmer in them.
Okay. And the next one you hold up, Beth, put your hand beside it so people can actually get an idea of what the actual size of this design is.
So this one,
put your
my hand is.
Okay. Cool.
So it's about the size of my hand.
Yep. And again, those are done in a larger and a smaller version, so you can choose which one you want. That's the hummingbird.
Yeah, I like this
You're
one.
You're gonna have to make one of those for Mom, because Mom loves hummingbirds.
I'll make you a shirt, Mom. This guy.
Awesome. The Beretta bird.
Yeah. Here's a really nice flower.
Oh, cool.
John wasn't too sure if he wanted to do the fauna and stuff. So give a thumbs up if you guys think that's something you're interested in.
And Jennifer's mentioning that because she was the one who told me I had to do the fauna with it. I was going to leave all of the fauna out of the pack.
And then my favorite's still the toucan.
Oh yeah, actually put it over a little bit.
Like that.
Yeah, the toucan
really
is
cool.
amazing. The reason why, just so you guys know, is when I digitize an animal, because of the realism in it and trying to blend the colors, it just seems like I'm accomplishing a little more. And when I do kind of leaves and stuff, it doesn't seem as dramatic. So it feels in my mind like I'm not doing anything special. So that's kind of why I didn't want to do it. But Jennifer is,
I think they look special.
Yeah, I mean, Jennifer's absolutely right in that it is really big right now. I've been following, Facebook and YouTube and seeing what people are posting, not just in the embroidery world, but in the fashion world. And it seems like those types of prints and patterns are really, really popular right now. So
jumping on that, Bethany, Jonathan says to tell you when you mess things up, it's only a fashion opportunity.
That is true. That's good advice.
For sure. Okay, so do we have a couple of winners for YouTube and Facebook? We're not going to go really long tonight, guys. We just wanted to show you this. And we do have another, I guess, announcement, which we'll get to in a second. But if we could announce the Facebook and YouTube winners.
Yes.
Jen, do you have them?
Yep, I will pass along the names.
Awesome.
On Facebook, our winner is Teresa Garbin. So congratulations, Teresa.
Congratulations.
To contact@embroiderylegacy.com.
Awesome.
And the YouTube winner tonight is Nancy DePass.
Nancy.
So congratulations, Nancy. Again, if you can email in, contact@embroiderylegacy.com.
Yeah. And just keep in mind, guys, it is a long weekend coming up. I'm sure everybody is super happy about that. And we take our long weekend seriously. So we are all closing, I guess, the doors tomorrow at 12 o'clock, aren't we? Eastern Standard Time. So we're giving everybody at Embroidery Legacy a little bit extra time off on the long weekend. So if you do email in after 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for your freebie, please do not expect it over the weekend because nobody is going to be working. Unless, Beth, do you volunteer to stay in this weekend?
Sorry.
Okay. Okay. That's not, but congratulations, guys. And we appreciate that. Now, hold on, let's go over here. And we also want to announce our Stitch to Win winners. And this is Beth's brainchild. So Beth, I'm going to let you fill them in on exactly how this whole thing has worked this last month because you just started it, and also fill them in about how you can play again. So I'll get out of here for 1 second and let you explain it.
So our Stitch to Win is something that we're going to be doing every month. You're going to be able to submit a picture of your project. It's exactly like how the name of the contest is, You Stitch to Win. So anything that you are creating with one of our designs, we would love to see it. So you take a picture, submit it to us on Facebook. Make sure you hashtag Embroidery Legacy and write a little blurb about what you think of the design or what it's for. We all love to know about the story behind that, and just share it. And once you do that, we'll like it and we'll comment to let you know that you have an entry in our contest. And then at the end of the month, we'll collect all those names and we'll do a draw. And the draw is for our Embroidery Enthusiast membership. So that includes 20 design downloads a month. And then you also get 5 premium points. So yeah.
And that is for when you get the points every month, that is actually for a 1-year membership.
1-year membership.
So,
sorry.
Yeah. So, and that's where I give you an idea. Do you know how much the Enthusiast normally is on our site, Beth, by any chance?
I do. It is normally $137 a year, but it has a value of $948.
Yeah, so if you're going to buy the designs individually, and that's something that we have gotten a lot, I guess, messages and people who are asking things on the Facebook Messenger, they ask right away, is that 100, how much did you say it was?
137, I believe.
Okay, so they asked right away, is that $137 every month? And the reason why they ask that is there is other memberships out there that are substantially more expensive, and you're basically getting the same amount of designs. And we can do this because, number one, we create all of our own designs. I don't have to worry about paying out royalties or somebody else's designs. But the other thing is, it is all done online, so we're not having to ship out any physical products or anything. That way we're able to keep the cost down and pass a huge savings on to customers. So that $137 is for the entire year. You get 20 design points every single month, and that equals 240 designs, individual designs over the course of a year. So it's a great deal.
Okay, great deal for $130 for the year. Yes.
Are you ready?
So should we find out our winner?
Who wants to find out
first
the
Stitch to Win winner?
First, okay. When you say first, is there another one happening? Because this just wrapped up yesterday, didn't it?
Yeah, so it's every month. So this is the August winner.
Okay, so August. Now, we did take all of the entries, and how many were there, Beth?
I think there was like 90. Oh, yeah, 92.
Okay, so there's 92 people entered into this month's contest, and now that you guys know about it, and we're going to do this, I think we should probably make sure that every single time we do this, we'll do it live, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
more fun.
Go ahead. Yeah, it's more fun that way. So let's spin. Click to spin, Beth.
Okay, hold on. I'm just going to shuffle a couple times.
While you're shuffling, did you mention
Oh.
that they should be linking which design they used from our membership or from our
Sorry,
designs?
yes. If they do know, if they can remember which design it was, it would be very helpful to link it in the comments.
Yeah, because we have like 30,000 and it gets, I do remember most of them, but it gets hard to remember exactly which ones they are.
Okay, now let's get to it. So the winner of August Stitch to Win.
The very first person.
Okay, and it is.
Congratulations, Rosie
Rosie.
Olson.
Awesome, congratulations.
Congratulations.
So how does this work, Beth? Are you going to be, I guess?
Yeah, so I
sending...
actually have how she had contacted us. I'm just going to see, because I have all the pictures saved. So I'm just going to.
Okay, well, while you're looking for that then,
Oh,
I'll let you look for pictures and I'll show a couple more things to fill a little bit of time. Just so you guys know, Hatch does have a promotion right now. They have a limited time deal, and what they've done is they have added, I guess, extra value to the price of their software. So this is not a sale in regards to a discount on price, but they have added their Hatch Academy Pass, which has over 400 lessons now. And that will teach you how to use tons of tools in the software and get you started. And they have 3 of their font packs. These are font packs provided by Hatch, not by Embroidery Legacy, because we have over almost 1,000 fonts, ESA fonts for the Hatch platform as well. But you get those 2 things, plus we give you our Digitizer's Dream Course Level 1. We give you a 3-month mini embroidery membership and our 8 hours of non-software specific education. And you get all of that included with the purchase of Hatch. And that sale is on for a limited time. I think it's only another week or so. I don't know if anybody knows, but that is a promotion that they're running for at least the next week. So just want to let you guys know. Did you have that picture now, Beth?
I do.
Okay.
Should I?
Yeah, you have to share your screen. I'll see it pop up here, and then I can bring it up.
My entire screen, or do you want the window?
Just the window. Yeah, the window of that one. This is our first time trying to do this, guys. So we are seeing if technology is going to participate with us. While she's doing, oh, I do see it. Okay, awesome.
You see it?
Okay. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so she submitted lace. I think it was lace 10.
There we go.
Yep. So there is one of the lace designs. And keep in mind, our lace designs are this was random. So it's not like I had this sales pitch planned. But our lace designs are actually lace files that I did not digitize. They were done many, many years ago for Shifley embroidery machines. Those are the big machines that ran in the, I guess early 50s when my grandparents first started our business. Our company name was Dress Crest Embroidery. We did lacework, emblems, and stuff on large looms. So they are very special designs, and it's kind of cool to see that because it's a piece of history that you can actually embroider on a modern machine. That's one thing I like. And I didn't digitize them, but they are probably some of the best designs that we have out of our 30,000 our lace files. So that's kind of cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, the only other thing, guys, I think we're almost ready to wrap up. If anybody has any questions, please let us know, and Jennifer will pipe in.
I got a few questions.
Awesome. Do you want to ask them now?
Well, first of all, I'll just respond. The sale is over September 6th for Hatch.
Okay, September 6th. Awesome.
September 6th, yes. And somebody was asking the designs for the Stitch It to Win It.
Yep.
Do they have to be your patterns?
Yes, they have to be an Embroidery Legacy design. So,
and it can also be one of our fonts or glyphs or anything like that too.
Yeah. So if you have the Hatch software, any of our files. So if you have some of our glyphs, which if you don't know what a glyph is, it is how can I explain this? It is a keyboard font that loads into Hatch, but instead of digitizing a letter A and assigning an A to it, I might have done a bumblebee and assigned an A to it. So you're able to kind of have these designs built into the software. So it kind of makes it cool.
Another person asked, what happens if you don't download the 20 designs a month? Does it go away, or does that roll over to the following month.
That is an awesome new thing that Jesse just, I guess, built in maybe 2 months ago.
A few.
Yeah, a few months ago. All of our
maybe.
memberships now, the points do roll over. So if you don't get a chance to use your 20 points last month and you were on holiday, they do roll over to the next month. Keep in mind that you have to use your points that you've accumulated by the end of your subscription. So that is the one thing. We'll roll them over for the year. And if you procrastinate all year round, then that last month you have to sit down and choose 240 designs. So that's kind of the way it works. But it gives you time to get what you want. And the cool thing is, and this is what I love about the whole idea, years ago when I kind of devised this, I was like, I want to be able to give people what they want when they want it. Because if you have a project that you want to do, a lot of the times it's at 2 a.m. when you can't sleep and you're at your embroidery machine wanting to sew something and you're looking for a cute teddy bear. And that, you can just go on there, look, and choose from our 122 teddy bears which one you want to actually sew.
We do have a request before you move on.
Okay.
Somebody said, are we going to have an online virtual event like we did in 2020? They thought the Christmas one was really cool.
Oh, okay.
So anybody who attended and may be interested again, maybe
oh boy.
show John some love.
Yeah, show me some love. The thing about those
Come on, Grinch.
Suzanne loved it, so I'm sure there's maybe
if we get enough people who actually let us know they'd like to do, because we did do a Halloween one, we did a Christmas one, we did a bunch of them. The thing about them was it was such a huge amount of work with regards to digitizing a whole.
But they loved it.
Yeah, and I got no sleep, but it doesn't matter. I don't need sleep. But anyways, we can plan stuff. Actually, just so you guys know, and perk up your ears on this, the collections that we've done, because we've done a few collections now. We've done the Australia collection was the first, and we've done a forest collection, and we've done the African, and now we've done the birds of paradise.
Okinawan.
The Okinawan collection. We do have more collections planned as well. So there's a couple others coming up. My favorite one is the next one, and I'm not going to say what it is. Beth, you're going to start on those samples soon, though, right?
How many are there?
You know which one I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because we talked about this one because you're excited about this one too.
Yeah.
That next collection is one of my favorites, and I don't know if I'm going to do a lot more collections after that because they are a huge amount of work as well.
But they're really nice.
They are really nice. So if you like the collections, show us some of as well. But we do have other things planned, and I'll give you a little, I guess, a leader. In 2 weeks' time, we're going to be doing another live, and we're going to be announcing a project that we have been working on. And this was my son Jesse's idea. He came to me with it. And the first thing I said to Jesse was, that sounds like a whole lot of work. And it's taken us 18 months to put this together. So we haven't been sitting around doing nothing. We have a huge project that we've been working on that's going to be released in 2 weeks' time, God willing. So make sure you join us for that live because it's going to be pretty cool. Now back to the thing with doing webinars. I do have some plans for doing some interactive live things in the future. We tried to do it so that we gave things a bit of a break because everybody was riding the webinar craze when COVID happened. And I think that people got burnt out from webinars because we saw that they were becoming a little less attended, which means that you have to pivot and try something else. So we try our best to stay ahead of the curve as opposed to following the pack. So anyways.
Well, we had a please have a Christmas event, and we have a love the events and contests.
Okay.
More.
Okay. Maybe I can do.
Doing it.
Yeah. I have a ton of Christmas designs coming up that I have done, and I have more that I'm working on right now. So maybe we'll try to do a big Christmas live or something and try to promote it. But see, that's the thing. If I do a Christmas thing, it really makes me feel good about doing it when people actually show up and want to be there. When I do one and only Jennifer and Beth are there, it takes, I love you guys, but I need more people to make it fun. So,
Oh,
but
thanks.
yeah, guys, tell us what you would like, and I'll do my very, very best to
Bethany
provide.
and I will push them. Shh.
What was that, Jen?
Nothing.
It is true. They tell me, how many times did I, one thing that I ran for this project that we're announcing in a couple weeks is I added a little extra something that I had to digitize for it. How many times did I run that sample over the last 2 days, Jen?
Well, if you would have done it right the first time.
I ran the same sample 7 times. And
7's a good number.
yeah, it's true. But I consider myself a pretty half decent digitizer. And when I have to go back and edit something 7 times, it becomes really personal as far as I'm concerned. So any other questions, Jennifer, dear?
That's all I've seen.
Okay.
Any questions?
Yeah.
Feel free to post them now.
But yeah, but I do, and I think my kids share this. We do love what we do. I mean, I love digitizing.
Yes.
I love embroidery. All of my kids have certain roles, and I think that they love their roles. So we love doing what we're doing. Jennifer loves to boss me around, right, Jen? And tell me
Yeah,
what.
but that's
I'm
also
good
her
at.
job.
So just, tell us what you want, and Jennifer and Beth will make me do it. Also, just so you guys know that Hatch 3 was recently released. And if you haven't updated or upgraded from 2 to 3, they are, obviously in the midst of doing that right now. It's not a very expensive upgrade, and there's a ton of great new features. Whether you are purchasing Hatch or whether you're upgrading, as a authorized reseller for Hatch, we are not Hatch, we are Embroidery Legacy, but we are one of a few selected resellers, and we try to support our customers with education and groups and all that. And we also support you guys that when you do support us by buying through our links, we give you extra bonuses on top of what other companies do. So even if you do upgrade from 2 to 3, which I think is $199, if that's what you're upgraded, we have included some bonus fonts. So we will give you bonus ESA fonts when you upgrade through us. But you have to do it through our link on one of our pages on our website. It will take you to Hatch's website because we do not take your money. We don't actually sell the software. We are a reseller. So if you follow our links, we will be more than happy to thank you for supporting us by giving you some education, or in this case, free fonts for your upgrade.
And Jesse did post the links. Thanks,
Awesome.
Jess.
So the links are there, even with the new gems, because Hatch did release a couple things called gems. I know a big favorite has been the cross-stitch gem, and people are loving that tool within the software.
I love it.
Yeah, so I love the look, and I love the ease of use. So even if you upgrade the gem, there's a Corel gem as well, which really works well with the auto digitizing features. It kind of streamlines it and gives you better quality, because auto digitizing can be sometimes good and sometimes not, depending on the artwork you put in. Garbage in, garbage out is generally how it works. So there is a couple of gems, and even within those gems, if you purchase them starting through our link, we will give you some bonuses as well. And again, we really, really appreciate your support. A couple of months back, or I think it was maybe only a month back, Beth, where we actually hit our 50,000 members on YouTube.
On Facebook?
Yeah, not on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we hit 50,000 subscribers, which we are super excited about. And now a month later, we're at 52. So yay. Thank you guys. We really, we appreciate your watching. We appreciate your subscribing. We appreciate you hitting that bell. And our Facebook group is at 29,000 for regular embroidery, and our Hatch group is at 12,000. So we are consistently seeing more and more of you sign up, and that is Beth's job. Beth is going to try her very best to improve our groups and manage them, because it's not a tiny job, is it, Beth?
No, but if anyone has any suggestions, I would love to hear your thoughts. You can
Awesome.
PM us or
yeah. Okay. Beth's cell number is no, just kidding.
It's long distance, so
okay. I wouldn't do that to you, Beth. But anyways, unless we have anything else, Jennifer, I think that's about it. I hope you guys like the Birds of Paradise. Please, the Stitch to Win. get those entries in because we're doing it again, aren't we, Beth?
Yep. The next month, September started today. So
Yep.
we got, yep, I think, yeah, the 4 months. But we're going to be doing it on the 29th, I believe.
Okay. So get your entries in
end.
by the 29th. Okay. So get your entries in
Yep.
by the 29th. We'll plan another live at around that time and we'll announce the next winner. And other than that, we thank you guys for being with us. And there is lots and lots of good stuff coming up in the next 3 months ahead. So if you've signed up for our newsletter, it's a great way to find out about what we have going on. I can't say much because I'm sworn to secrecy, but I really would love to spill the beans, but
Don't do it.
No, I
Well,
can't.
You'll get
We'll
in
have
trouble.
Jesse post the newsletter link as well.
Yeah. Jesse will post the newsletter link. But yeah, there is some really good things coming up in the months ahead, guys, and we appreciate you very much. And other than that, I think we're good. Awesome.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Okay. Bye-bye.